Now, where have I recently heard about superhero movies having to do extensive reshoots to recut things after audiences hated the movie? That's right, folks, Marvel has officially turned into DC, and I don't know if it's funny or if it's sad. Hi y'all, Snarky J Cosplay here. So Captain America Brave New World is the fourth of the Captain America franchise, and it's also the first Captain America film starring Sam Wilson, formerly Falcon, as Captain America. Originally, the film was set to release sometime in 2024, but now it's actually been pushed all the way back to February of 2025 for that release date. Why? Well, it's certainly not because of the WGA or SAG-AFTRA strikes, because those are officially over. It's not because the planets aren't aligning and Mercury is a retrograde and Uranus is... Are you seriously gonna cut me off right now? It's a planet. Anyway, Captain America: A Brave New World is currently being delayed due to an extensive period of reshoots coming up. That's right, the first cuts of Captain America: Brave New World were screened recently, and apparently that did not go well. Audience reactions to the first few cuts of this film were so exceedingly negative that Marvel has literally halted the release date, pushed it several months back, and has decided on a 3-month reshoot period. So from the month of January 2024 to about May 2024, Marvel is going to be extensively reshooting and recutting at least 3 major sequences within this film. Now, where have I recently heard about superhero movies having to do extensive reshoots to recut things after audiences hated the movie? That's right, folks, Marvel has officially turned into DC, and I don't know if it's funny or if it's sad. For the record, I don't consider myself a DC fangirl or a Marvel fangirl. I think I sort of prefer DC because I prefer the comics and I like the characters better, but I literally grew up with Marvel for the most part. Every Marvel release I was there, but it seems like lately Marvel is going down the shitter, with the latest flop of The Marvels now being the worst performing Marvel film ever. The fact that movies like Thor: Love and Thunder, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, etc. have been panned by critics and fans alike. And now this, one of the movies with maybe the most hype surrounding it coming up, literally is getting reshot because of how bad it is. I mean, we were talking about Aquaman in the same context a few months ago. Do you want to think about that? The fact that Captain America: Brave New World seems to be doing almost as badly as Aquaman was at some point. I mean, that's devastating. Personally, I can't say I was ever all that excited about Captain America: Brave New World. All the writing in the Disney Plus TV series Falcon and Winter Soldier was pretty weak. To me, it always felt like it was trying to make a point, but never really doing a good job of making the point, so it seemed both like it had a wishy-washy agenda, but also wasn't a good superhero show to begin with, and I was really ready to like it. I think Anthony Mackie is incredibly charismatic, and I really like what he's brought to Sam Wilson as a character. I just don't think that Marvel really knows what to do with Sam Wilson as Captain America. And if you've read any of the comics where Sam Wilson becomes Captain America, they're really not much better written than any of this. Personally, and I'm ready for the torches and pitchforks, I'm ready to defend myself, I really wanted to see Bucky become Captain America.
Boo! You stink!
Yeah, I know, boo me, but listen to me for a second. If you ever want to read some really cool comic books, read the stuff after the death of Captain America when Bucky takes up the shield. It's actually really well done stuff. Bucky made an incredibly interesting Captain America because this is a guy that's a lot darker than the bright, good old stars and stripes attitude that Steve Rogers often had. This was a Captain America that wore black and carried a gun, and he was struggling with this new place among other characters. When Bucky was Captain America, he was supported by sort of like the new Avengers, but for the most part, he dealt with a lot of the stuff on his own, and it made for an incredibly fascinating, pretty dark version of the character that I really enjoyed reading. And I mean, it's not like they weren't literally teasing that for a while. I mean, you guys saw this too. I can't say for sure why they went in the direction they went in with making Falcon the new Captain America. But even after I saw Sam Wilson pick up the shield in Avengers Endgame, I was disappointed but still ready to see what they were going to do with this character because I knew that it was going to mean a lot in the grand scheme of things, and I was excited to see it, only to be let down by Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I think, honestly, this new movie is going to be even worse, especially if they're going to have to take literally months to reshoot this. It sort of means that they've got a real dog on their hands. I know that we see reshoots with big movies like this all the time, so it's not unheard of, but it is unheard of that Marvel has to literally hold off on a release date for that long to do months of reshoots because there's issues with 3 major sequences in the film. That's kind of a lot. Marvel getting negative test scores this early on, and test scores as negative as they seem to be, kind of spells bad news for this next Captain America movie. I'm not gonna write this one off until I see a trailer, so I'm still sort of keeping my fingers crossed that this is gonna be good, but I really don't have high hopes for it. That's all from me. I've been Snarky J. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. For more Snarky J, be sure to check me out on Instagram, and if you'd like to support my content creation while also getting access to some sick photo shoot pictures in the process, be sure to check out and subscribe to my Patreon. I will link both in the description below, and let me know your thoughts about Captain America: Brave New World being delayed in the comments below.